My senior year at University of Minnesota, my last year of football, we were running wind sprints at the end of practice. For those who have played football or an athletic event, you know wind sprints, right? Well, in football, they called them gassers. Don't you love that term? Gassers, like you're gassed at the end. In the middle of our wind sprints, our assistant coach McGovern came over. And we're all kind of leaned over, feeling sorry for ourselves, trying to catch our breath. Because you guys are all feeling sorry for yourself. Look at this guy over here. There was a young man laboriously running around the track with cerebral palsy. Shifted my perspective to one of gratitude, did not have any physical limitations to run. Gratitude. Take a moment. Think about 5 things that you're grateful for. In a workshop, normally you'll write them down. Take a minute. Think about it. 5 things you're grateful for. I am grateful for great books. The book Good to Great. We have a lot of business people in here. How many have read the book Good to Great? It's a marvelous book. But the one thing that I pulled out of it that's very near and dear to my heart was on page 82. It's called the Hardiness Study. It's about a half of the page. The Hardiness Study is an international group of victims with trauma and tragedy. POW survivors, cancer, losing a loved one, surviving cancer. Trauma, tragedy, what it does to the body. And what they found in the study was there's 3 outcomes, 3 significant outcomes. The first outcome is you have this experience and you never really recover. You're dispirited. A friend of mine had bypass surgery. It was just going to be a quick bypass surgery. Never quite recovered to the same person he was. The second outcome, through this experience, through this trauma, they get back to their normal life. We have a relative who had colon cancer. It was contained, they did surgery, no other treatment was necessary. No other treatment. Got back to her normal life. The third outcome, through this trauma, through this tragedy, they make their life better, sometimes significantly better, sometimes transformed. The movie and the book Unbroken is about Louis Zamperini. It's an amazing story. Shot down in the Pacific, World War II. Survives 2 years. 2 years in a Japanese concentration camp where he's tortured about every day. Tortured the most by a guard named the Bird. Things that you couldn't even imagine. Louis Zamperini took a long time to recover from that. They didn't even have the term post-traumatic stress disorder. But he then eventually started working with at-risk youths. That became his passion. That became his mantra. But he also practiced forgiveness. Last tool in my book, forgiveness. He actually went back to Japan and forgave those guards, whatever you want to call them. The Bird never showed up. Louis Zamperini. Candy Lightner started Mothers Against Drunk Driving after her daughter, the worst imaginable fear of a parent, was killed by a drunk driver. And she started Mothers Against Drunk Driving. I am going to start something so that no parent has to live through this trauma. We have some friends, Susie and Brian Walsh, who lost their son at the age of 21 to a motorcycle accident. Susie's words, you never plan on it, and you never really get over it. When we raced there that morning, and all we could do was hug and love them. But as Susie says, we found new purpose in our life. Yes, it's hard to recover, but we have 2 children. They have a grandchild. They started a foundation called Little by Little. And she wrote a book called Walking in Broken Shoes about her experience at the earthquake in Haiti. Her new purpose was medical missions to Haiti. She's a nurse practitioner. Brian is an unbelievable tradesman. And when they were there a day before the earthquake, they were emergency first responders. They had already dealt with the most unimaginable trauma and fear of a parent. And they were ready to be there of service.